Am I the butthole for giving my girlfriend phone to my sister and scolding her? It was my girlfriend's, 23, birthday and I, 25M, got her an iPhone 12 Pro, as she has been wanting one for a while, so I saved up and it was very expensive. When I surprised her with it, I was expecting her to be excited, but instead, she told me that she wanted a black one, not a white one. The thing is, she never told me she wanted a black, she just always said she wanted the phone itself. When I told her I didn't know, she told me that I ruined her birthday and just left. I was honestly in shock and disbelief that she was that upset about a phone color. I didn't know what to do with the phone and planned on taking it back, but I remember my sister, 19, just had a baby and unfortunately had to drop out of college to find a job. I decided that I was going to give the phone to her since the phone she had been not working anymore. I told her that I would give the phone to her, but I still had to check if my girlfriend changed her mind, so I texted her saying, "This is your last chance to change your mind about the phone because I plan on giving it to my sister." And she just texted me back, "I don't care." I asked her one last time and again, she said, "I told you I don't care." So that was that. A few hours later I was in bed when my girlfriend came in and asked me where was her phone, and I told her, "I thought you didn't want it?" "I'm sorry, but it's too late now, I already gave it to my sister." She got angry and started shouting at me saying that she thought I was joking and that it was her phone, so I had no right to give it away, and started stomping her feet saying she wanted her phone back right now. I lost my cool and told her, "You are an adult behaving like a child who didn't get their way. I asked you twice if you wanted the phone and you said no now, please stop behaving like a toddler." She stomped her way out of the room and texted me that I was a jerk, and now all of her friends are ganging up on me, so now I'm wondering if I'm TA. Not the butthole. Dealing with this person will always be a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. No matter how you try to please her, she will never be happy. She will constantly move the goalpost and find ways to tell you why you are not good enough for her. This is a relationship red flag. It's good that you didn't give the phone to an ungrateful person. Yeah, original poster sounds very kind from this and definitely deserves to be treated better. Yes, I would never dream to get such an expensive gift from like anyone. Definitely not a boyfriend and not a brother either. Original poster is very generous. Girlfriend's reaction is so ridiculous it's hilarious. Original poster, welcome to the preview of your future with her. My boyfriend would, but we've been together almost 4 years at this point and just had our second child a week ago. When we started dating we knew we'd get married someday. But I'm very glad that original poster stood up to his girlfriend because she is definitely an ungrateful so-and-so. Yeah, she could just put a black covered phone cover, like did that not occur to her? Or, hear me out, show gratitude and go exchange it together. Wanting a different color isn't a crime and it is an easily solvable situation. ETA, in case it isn't clear, I'm agreeing with you, there are so many easy solutions. But this isn't about the color of the phone, this is about the response. Girlfriend said, "For my birthday I want a version of X." Boyfriend purchased a version of X. Boyfriend gives girlfriend purchased version of X. Perfect. Boyfriend listened, heard what was being said, girlfriend gets mad that boyfriend didn't purchase the right version of X. Is it possible that girlfriend likes all of her accessories to match and boyfriend should have known this? Sure. But girlfriend's response was, "You ruined my birthday because you bought me the wrong version of something, even though it can be traded in for the right version." Her response wasn't, "It's white? I love it. It's what I wanted, it's just, I really wanted black. It's okay if we go to the store tomorrow and exchange it, right?" Her response, being upset and leaving, is concerning. It doesn't mean that it's the end of the relationship, but it does mean that they need to talk. Girlfriend may need to learn to regulate her emotions better if she really did mean that he ruined her birthday. Honestly, it is seriously quite childish and very disrespectful. I will never understand someone's want for something so ridiculously overpriced. However, if you're going to own something so ridiculously overpriced, wouldn't you automatically put it in a case to protect it? So why would the color matter? I'm a Samsung Galaxy person, which are way cheaper. And I don't even know what color it is because it's in an OtterBox because crap happens. Original poster should stop being this generous, to be honest. He isn't her sugar daddy for her to throw tantrums whenever she feels dissatisfied with her super expensive birthday gifts. Yeah, I mean, I would be thrilled. Embarrassed over such an expensive gift, but thrilled. If someone had given me a new phone, I couldn't imagine throwing a tantrum over the color. I would have been super happy even if I had been given one in houndtooth pattern. And I absolutely hate that pattern, and it's not just a preference. The reason I can't stand it is that looking at it for even just a few seconds makes me severely nauseous. So while it wouldn't be optimal, if just get a case that won't make me pukey and call it a day. Plus co-opting friends to gang up on him. I realize this is so common on Am I the Butthole, it almost seems normal, but it is not normal to bring your friends into your domestic disputes. Venting to friends is fine, then wading into the disagreement is not cool. I can't even imagine inserting myself into a friend's relationship that way. Even when a friend was in a very toxic relationship, I never said jack about it to her partner despite my view of how crappy a human being he was. It's a pissy teenager attitude. Which means original poster's girlfriend hasn't progressed in maturity since then. Which is a red flag. When someone gives you an expensive present, the answer is thank you. When anyone gives you a gift, regardless of the price, a thank you should be the reply. Yeah. Every time I read about someone's phone getting flooded on this sub, I'm just a little bit shaken and just a little bit grateful. Everybody I know started blowing up my phone. To me, that means I guess I'll have to block people and cut them out. Oops. Yep. I've waded into a close friend's relationships once in my life. It was literally to tell her violently abusive partner that I, my brother, and another male friend were coming around to pick up her stuff at 8 a.m. the following morning. That she would not be there, we had the key, and if there was any trouble we would be calling the police. He was hungover and asleep when we turned up, tried giving us grief about where she was when he woke up, and then stomped out, probably straight back to the pub, when we made it very clear we had no intention of telling him that under any circumstances. I'd do that again for a friend finally escaping a violently abusive relationship. I would never dream of wading into petty squabbles. Exactly. Not the butthole. Yes, it is good he didn't try to exchange it or something to please her. It was lovely that you thought of your sister, but your girlfriend is screaming, triangular flag on post, triangular flag on post. Exactly. So many red flags in this story. Original poster needs to get out of this relationship ASAP. Girlfriend has no business acting like this, and it's only going to get worse. It seems like original poster gave us the wrong age on accident. His girlfriend is probably 13, not 23. Or maybe even just 2 or 3. That's very concerning that he is dating someone so young. Maybe we should try to notify the authorities? Yep. He needs to throw the whole girlfriend and all her childish friends away and start over. Where's my phone? I gave it to my sister, like I told you I was going to do. You can go get your own phone now, since I can't seem to do anything right. This is the first time I heard of garbage stomping their way out. Shut the front door and never let it back inside. Not the butthole. Who cares what the color of the phone is? When you put the phone cover, the backplate of the iPhone is not visible. So she could literally use a black-colored case cover. Like, am I wrong? Original poster should call her on it. So are you asking me to not believe the things you say? To not trust your words? Not the butthole. Huge red flag. Dump her unless you want to deal with this childish behavior for the rest of your life. Not the butthole. And please consider breaking up. Your girlfriend is completely dismissive of all the effort that must have gone into buying the phone because of something she never even specified. She then proceeds as if she was the one being wronged and turns the blame onto you, but somehow still stakes claim on the phone after basically tossing it aside. I honestly think it's great karma that the phone found someone actually deserving. Original poster, this is a metric crapload of red flags. Consider ending your relationship with her. She's toxic. Not the butthole. Yep. Original poster, an appropriate and loving response would have been a huge thank you, and perhaps later in the day bringing up if it's possible to exchange it. I'd love it in black. Sometimes it's easier to recognize crafty behavior when you realize how easy and common the alternative would be. What would a well-adjusted person do? Is a great question to ask yourself when you wonder if it's you that is crazy. What would a well-adjusted person do? A maladjusted person would have the wrong answer and think it's correct. Or get a phone case in black. Not the butthole, and please consider breaking up. Normally I'm not on the dump 'em bandwagon, as we are only getting half the story, and most of the time speeding to a breakup or divorce is most likely an overreaction, but in this case I don't think there is a way to see the girlfriend's side of the story. She then proceeds as if she was the one being wronged and turns the blame onto you, but somehow still stakes claim on the phone after basically tossing it aside. Honestly, it's pretty likely that the girlfriend was trying to manipulate him. She was playing a childish game equivalent to when you ask if something is wrong and get the answer nothing when clearly something is. She wanted him to chase and grovel. She also probably expected him to be all sorry and apologetic, begging her to take the phone. Then she literally behaved like a child when it didn't go her way. I'm with you. It's a red flag parade. Not the butthole. Friend, not to be mean, but I'd reconsider that relationship. You seem like a caring dude. I know the iPhone must have been super expensive, and getting upset by the color, which by the way she could change worst case scenario, is just wrong. She doesn't appreciate you, find someone who will. And most people I know, put a case on it so you wouldn't see it anyhow. How last time there was a post like this I said the same thing and I got bombarded with people saying, well, I don't, that's dumb. What's dumb is damaging your phone because you don't have a case. I have a clear case, so I can admire my shiny red phone, but it's still a case. You absolutely got to have a case. I haven't had a single phone that I haven't dropped at least once. One time I had just bought a new phone and ordered a case online and dropped the phone on concrete the day it arrived. I took out my case now because I realized I had no memory of the color of my phone. It's a beautiful dark blue. So I went nice and put the case back on. Not the butthole. Your girlfriend acted like an ungrateful, spoiled brat. You did the right thing. I'm sure your sister appreciates your thoughtfulness. Not the butthole. Sounds like you're dating a child, and a poorly raised one at that. Get rid of her. Not the butthole, but I am curious as to why you want to be with someone who behaves that way. Jesus Christ, not the butthole. I remember when the iPhone 6s came out and I wanted one for Christmas, as I'd had the iPhone 4s before that. I must have been about 16-17 and I really wanted the space gray one. Come Christmas morning, my dad, who always bought my phone for me, cheaper than paying it off via contract, gave me the box and looked so happy. The 6s was so hard to get anywhere. He had gotten lucky when he went on a trip to the US, he got one. I opened it and it wasn't the color I wanted, it was the gold one, but man, I didn't give in crap. I was happy to have a new phone, and honestly the look on my dad's face would have made me a monster to ruin if I did what your girlfriend did. She acted like a 3-year-old, she doesn't deserve an over £1,000 phone? Your sister was probably extremely grateful, regardless of the color. You did the right thing, you told her what would happen, you even gave her multiple chances to change her mind. She crapped the bed. Are we sure this is real? To me this just seems way too ridiculous. Same. When he suddenly remembered his pregnant sister, who just dropped out of college, and happens to have a broken phone, I heard alarm bells. Edit, sister just had a baby, I thought she was pregnant, still sketchy, man shrugging. Not the butthole. Sounds like you were pretty reasonable. And she doesn't get to tell you multiple times she doesn't care about the phone then be angry when you give it to someone who needs it. Kind of seems she's waving around extremely large red flags right now. Info: how long have you been dating? Has she acted this way before? Not the butthole. Your girlfriend rejects your very generous gift 3 times and then has the audacity to get angry when you give it to someone who not only could benefit from it but does actually need a phone to replace their broken one. Save yourself the trouble. Things are only going to get worse from here. Not the butthole. These are red flags. She is selfish and entitled. I don't get how she doesn't feel bad/embarrassed for acting this way, she has no respect. Either it's a BS post, or girlfriend is incredibly hot. Not the butthole. Not the butthole. Screenshot the message and tell them she said she didn't want it nor did she appreciate it, so you gave it to someone who needed it and appreciated it. You did say you were giving it to your sister, and she didn't care. If they're still on her side, it will never work because they will always diss you and ruin things between you two. Not the butthole. What a piece of work. Do you really want to be someone so thoroughly rotten? Not the butthole. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube and share them with your friends. We welcome your comments below. Press to start another of our videos.